The silver-grey kitten with black stripes peered round the table leg. His sisters were lying together in their basket. Silently, he crept towards them, dodging behind the bin when his tortoise-shell sister turned her head. Had she seen him? He stood very still until she settled down, yawned lazily, and closed her orange eyes. Bunching up his tiny body, the kitten pounced and landed in the basket on top of everyone. At once, his tortoise-shell sister sprang up, hissing in surprise, claws drawn. "Got you!" the kitten giggled. "Meow!" The tortoise-shell kitten cuffed him playfully. His other sisters, one white, one black and white, and one grey and white, jumped on his back. The kitten squeaked with pleasure. He loved a good play fight. Rolling about, he batted at everyone with his paws and tail. The fun lasted ages until, suddenly, all the kittens ran out of energy. They flopped down in their basket, their tiny bodies squashed together so it was impossible to tell where one kitten ended and the next began. "We're getting bigger," thought the silver-grey kitten sleepily. Soon their mother would take them outside and teach them how to hunt. He could hardly wait. Mum told exciting stories of the great outdoors. She was an excellent hunter, which was lucky, as there was never enough to eat at home. "Our owner, Mrs. Baxter, doesn't mean to let us go hungry," Mum told the kittens. "She's old and doesn't have much money." Mum was out hunting now. Each day she left the kittens alone for a little longer, preparing them for the day when they would be old enough to go out into the world by themselves. A door opened, and Mrs. Baxter shuffled in, carrying a large box with black marks on the outside. Ears pricked, the kitten sat up. This looked interesting. Mrs. Baxter put the box on the floor and gave him a sad smile. "Hello, little one. Have you just woken up?" Slowly, she bent down and scratched the kitten behind his pixie-like ears. That was so good. Purring with delight, he rubbed his head against her knobbly fingers. Something wet splashed on his head. Ew! He didn't like that. Indignantly, he shook it away. The wet stuff was leaking from Mrs. Baxter's eyes. Was she all right? The kitten had never seen that happen before. Mrs. Baxter sniffed, pulled a tissue from her pocket, and blew her nose loudly. "I'm sorry. I wish I didn't have to do this. I can't afford to keep you, and I don't know where to go for help. I'll leave you somewhere safe. You'll be away from the road, but in a place where lots of people walk. Someone will find you. They'll give you a better home than I can."